think it's time for our next guest.
Indeed it
Darren
is.
Salisbury from Inform Billing.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you
How
very
you
much.
doing?
Thank you.
How's the show for you?
Been fantastic. Yeah, been really, really good. In fact, today's been even better than we thought it was going to be. Some excellent leads come through. Very good.
Excellent. Do you want to tell our audience a bit about Inform Billing, where you sit in the market?
Absolutely. So, Inform Billing was founded in 2010 from a management buyout from previous companies. We provide billing software into the reseller market space. We've grown steadily over the last 3-4 years. Just over 200 customers now, about 220 customers. We've had a phenomenal growth in the last quarter. Our best growth actually in the last quarter ever, 26 new customers. And we are supplying just software into the reseller space for billing only. Yeah, that's all we do. We're not backed by anybody else, fully owned company, privately owned, and very passionate about what we do.
And what sort of billing problems are you solving for customers with your platform?
Varied. Almost every customer has, although they're all selling similar products and services, they all have a unique twist. They all have different things they're trying to do with it. So obviously with things like GDPR that's come out more recently, with the mobile bill capping that's about to hit in October. If you don't know about that, go check it out. The problems that people are having are diverse, but they're similar, and they all are trying to attack it in a different way. And so we try and help them through that process each and every time.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the mobile cap stuff
Yes.
that's just about to hit?
Okay.
What does this mean for our market? What do resellers need to get their heads around in order to not get caught out on that?
Okay, so we could spend all day talking about this particular subject if you know about it. So the government launched last year a new legislation that was originally, we believed, aimed at the consumer market. Okay, if you look through all the legislation, that's what it was aimed at. It then got transferred into businesses, and anybody that's selling mobiles into the sector has to now comply, in theory, with a mobile bill cap for mobile services only. Okay, so what that means to the resellers, our customers, is that an end customer receiving a mobile phone is supposed to be able to be offered a cap for their services, so you can't go over a pre-agreed limit. Okay, this legislation is fraught with issues. We've been championing the cause to try and get this not reversed, but at least delayed a bit. We only found out about this in March. It was officially launched last November, and it comes in the 1st of October this year.
Not long at all. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so bearing in mind it's a complete end-to-end chain solution, you can only do this if you're getting data feeds properly from the carriers upstream from you, and they're not ready either yet. And it comes on the 1st of October. So this is a major problem that's about to hit.
So how do you address this within Inform? I mean,
so when we found out about this in March, early March this year, most people had seen it but not realised it was going to affect them. When it first came out, it read very, very much like consumer world, so major carriers to consumer. So everyone's gone, yeah, that's okay, it doesn't affect us.
Yeah.
In November last year, the FCS and Ofcom published some information. Again, that was sort of partly missed by most people, including the carriers. We picked it up in March and went, hold on a minute, this actually does affect us and our customers. Lots of alarm bells started ringing. We then started to look at what we might need to do for our software. So we have done some implementation change on the software to allow a basic bill cap, but the whole legislation is designed to be able to, for the reseller to cap and control the mobile phone at the provider end to stop the bill going over the limit, and that is not in place at the moment. Hardly any of the carriers have got that in place. So the actual process is going to be a problem.
So from your point of view, you've got a metric that sits there that measures the bill, it looks at the caps that need to be enforced, there's an automatic process?
Yes, so the bill capping part is relatively straightforward.
Yep.
The problem is if someone's mobile phone is starting to go rogue and start to spend too much, the whole of that data feed, of course, needs to be near real time for this to happen. So you need real-time data, almost, yeah, or from the carriers that going down the chain, and the chain can be quite long in this situation. Yeah. Everyone needs to be doing their bit, and then you need some technology at the other end to say, okay, monitor this, what the level is, and then in theory alert the customer or cap it or do something before it goes over the bill spend.
So
none of that's in place.
1st of October. What are we looking at? Doomsday? What's the best guess?
So most resellers are taking it with a pinch of salt at the moment. The legislation says you're supposed to offer a bill cap to your customer. most of the customers we've been speaking to have been saying, we probably won't be doing that yet. We'll just say to our customers, look, we're supposed to do this, we can't do it yet, do you want to stay with us or not, or put a bill cap that's in a very high level? So business customers I don't think will be affected overly. Ofcom are saying they're going to have a light touch on the regulation on this to start with, but they have the power to take you to court.
Wow.
The other thing on reseller world is that the reseller is then bound by the overage. So if you put a cap in and the customer goes over the cap, the reseller cannot charge overage. That could be thousands of pounds potentially.
They've just got to fit that bill themselves.
Yeah, so this is a potential storm brewing. Yeah, we're hoping it's going to, a bit like GDPR is going to sort of die a little bit because people have got their act together over it, but it is a potential problem. But as a billing company, we are absolutely on the ball with it. We've done the bits we need to do for our bit, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff we still need to do when the carriers get their acts together.
How obviously there's some challenges with regards to the implementation of it, but how well informed are businesses and end users of this?
Very badly. We've had people on the stand this last 2 days. We had a customer on this morning, or potential customer, doing a large volume of mobile billing to consumers, direct with Vodafone, and they do not know about this. And it comes in October. They had no clue.
Did you manage to calm them down sufficiently?
Yes, we've told them what we can do. We have explained our approach to this. We're sending them out our leaflet about this information, even though not a customer yet. We said, look, this is what you need to be looking at. Go away and research. They're looking at changing from one billing provider to us. I think that made them sit up and listen. They haven't been told that by anybody else yet. So, that might be a big feather in our cap. At least we've been informative. Whether they come with us or not is another thing, but at least they know what they need to look at now.
What are some of the other billing challenges that customers have got? Because I see certainly customers are, and it's not just telephony, are now faced with real challenges around cloud services and very significant and complex billing.
Absolutely.
Processes.
So the market has changed. The 365 type billing model, where you've got licenses being billed out, you've got licenses changing on a daily basis, so quantity of licenses may be changing. All of that is near real-time data information, but that's not being put through as that yet. But the systems are able to cope with that. Certainly our platform is able to cope with that level of billing. We've been able to cope with sort of license type billing for many years now. The biggest problem has been data, getting the right data feeds from the providers of these services to be able to pick it up properly and bill on. So we are billing managed print, for example, where we're getting data feeds out of printers, and we're treating it like call data, tagging those clicks per print, onto a printer, billing that out. That's easy, in theory, as long as you get data. We've got another one doing waste management. One of our customers into waste management now, so biffer type trucks delivering and picking up waste. That's being built through the platform as well now. So it doesn't have to be just telecoms, but they're all challenges based around data feeds. That's the biggest issue. Once you get a suitable data feed, you can do much what you want with it.
Yeah, it always amazes me. The billing for resellers, probably fundamentally the most important piece of software they're going to have, because at the end of the day it's about getting the money in the door, right?
Absolutely.
But do you think partners spend enough time over considering that?
No. We've had people turning up on the stand saying, we're doing sort of, in fact, one person doing £1.2 million a month of billing manually still through accounts platforms.
What kind of resource is that sucking out of their
Takes
business?
them weeks to do, and they didn't realise that level of complexity that they're doing manually can be done in a process like ours, in half the time, a quarter of the time, and it's just woken their eyes up to seeing what's possible.
A big challenge though.
Absolutely. The people that are doing it manually are actually easier to convert, the ones that are doing it automated at the moment, because they have no concept of what's possible. You show them, they go, oh my God, wow. So yeah.
Okay. So Channel Live, we're here. I mean, you've been a long-time supporter of the show.
Yep.
What are you noticing about how this show's changing the types of people walking the floors and interacting with yourselves?
So obviously this is the second year in this format. The format is absolutely fantastic. It's much better in the NEC. It's much better location-wise. We're hearing that from people that come to see the show. We this year felt slightly less traffic than last year, but the quality of leads this year seems to be up on last year. So similar numbers of leads, slightly less people, which is a bit weird, it's a bit strange that, but the quality of leads is phenomenal. So we're hoping to really convert some of those into a good set of customers.
Good. Okay, I think it's about time we did a quiz.
A quiz, okay, let's go for it.
You got a chance to win some
Salisbury.
Well, they are incredible
We're
prizes.
down to
No
the last
investment
few. Right, here we go. What did Ray Bradbury believe was the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit at which book paper catches fire? What temperature
Did.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Take a stab.
Degrees Fahrenheit and paper catching fire.
100.
I would have gone with you. However, it's a question of did, and this must be some time ago.
Yeah.
451 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go on to the next one.
That's hot.
What is 6 miles long, 4 miles tall, and 3 miles wide? These questions are. So what is 6 miles long, 4 miles tall, and 3 miles wide, and is operated by the Jupiter Mining Corporation? Sci-fi comedy. It's on the BBC, I believe.
Strictly Come Dancing.
90s. Craig Charles.
This is Red Dwarf, isn't it?
Yay! There we go.
Red Dwarf.
Woo! We got
A
there.
choice of prize.
Oh,
Would you
wow.
like?
I
Do
think
you need a unicorn? Do you
No,
need
I'll
a
have one of
Santa's
these.
beard?
Yeah.
And a
Thank
razor
you.
dictator?
Absolutely.
Good choice. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Darren.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the last part of the show, and
Thank you.
we look forward to hearing more from Inform this year.
Thank you very much. Take care.
you.
Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Cheers.